That says it all. We're on our way, 18 months, hard work. We definitely deserve this.
Big shot, big shot!
Ireland's start on their epic journey to Asia began in Amsterdam on September 2nd, 2000. Nobody fancied us much against Holland, even a Dutch team minus Jaap Stam, Edgar Davids, Mark Overmars and Dennis Bergkamp. After all, Holland were Ireland's bogey team, knocking them out of the World Cup in the US in 1994 and, more devastatingly, knocking them out in the European Championship playoff at Anfield in 1995. Would the memory of Anfield give the Dutch a psychological advantage? Or were Mick McCarthy's team built of sterner stuff?
Ireland's World Cup campaign is on. Holland play right to left and Gary Breen decisively into the first challenge in midfield. And on for Roy Keane, Kilban out left, Quinn in the middle, wants it played in high. Keane's gone for the option of Kilban on the flank. Facing Reisiger. Kilban, decent cross, Quinn's at the back. Off the post and behind. Corner. Last touch the Dutchman. And Robbie Keane making a monkey out of Frank de Boer to begin it all. An encouraging opening. Carr's pushed on up the right-hand touchline. And there's the ball for him. Nicely laid off for McAteer. Carr's continued the run into the corner. De Boer out of the middle. Carr against de Boer. Still Stephen Carr, he's found McAteer. McAteer with the cross. There's the goal! Robbie Keane, 1-0. That was brilliant Irish play right from the moment that Gary Breen laid it forward for Stephen Carr. The moves went up the right-hand side, and when McAteer was there to deliver the cross, Robbie Keane scores the goal. Carr. Threaded through nicely for Quinn, laid off for Robbie Keane, and here comes McAteer. Jason McAteer, 2-0! What a goal! What a splendid goal by Jason McAteer. 65th minute of the match, and Ireland go 2 in front. Lovely layoff by Quinn, and Robbie Keane it was. Finally plays it on a plate for Jason McAteer, and that shot rifled across the bows of Edwin van der Sar puts Ireland 2-0 in front. On for Bouma. They're in the middle for him. Bouma against Carr, and Stephen Carr did his job. Throw in. It's Kluivert. De Boer curling it in there. Oh, they got one back. It's Talon. Just went to sleep. Good ball by De Boer, and a goal for Holland. But Ireland are back in the attack with Kilban. Oh! That was a chance to cancel out that Dutch goal right away. Now Frank de Boer. Van Bronckhorst. Oh! What a goal by Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Right out of nothing, a little deflection on the way, carried it over Alan Kelly, and with 7 minutes to go, it's Holland 2, Ireland 2. Bouma looking for Kluivert through the middle. Here's Kluivert, lovely control. The whistle sounds, and they've got the point, and it's been a heroic performance in Amsterdam. 2-0 up, glory days seem to be on the way, but they dug right in there. There can be mutual congratulations. Holland showed great character to come back, but Ireland, having fashioned a winning position, hung in for the point, and there's an awful lot to admire in that performance.
The best performance has to be the Dutch game, the first game of all, where for 60 minutes I'd say we were far better than the Dutch. And even Louis van Gaal, in his own confident way, had to admit that we passed them off the park, which doesn't happen too often to the Dutch.
The hard games were coming early. Portugal away in Lisbon were next. After the draw against fancied Holland, could Ireland spring another surprise? In 1992, Mick McCarthy won his 57th and final Irish cap on a side that lost to Portugal in the US Cup. And in 1996, McCarthy lost as manager when Portugal beat Ireland 1-0 in a friendly. It was time for a change of fortune.
First whistle, and the game is on. Lee Costa, who scored for Portugal in their Euro Championship victory in '95, and Alan Kelly immediately out of his goal to make the save. An attack spearheaded by Lee Costa and followed on by Sapinto. Under no pressure, picking out McAteer, Carr, and then through the middle. Quinn, little flick ahead for Robbie Keane. Well, you can always depend upon him to do something inventive. Lee Costa. Kelly, oh, that was close. Sapinto. Kelly stretched, that's a let off. He had the opportunity to try and curl it. Here's Conceição, Lee Costa now. João Pinto, and done out, and he's given away the free kick. Alan Kelly will have to have got his angles covered. He has his wall in place. It's Figo. Oh, brilliantly saved. Cross unconvincing, headed clear by George Costa, and a shot off! The rebound by Cuppa Keane. Oh, Robbie Keane just seemed to lose what perspective he had, and that chance is gone. But trouble in Portuguese paradise there. And that might very well have been the lead goal for the visiting team. Carr forced to defend against Figo, through whom a great deal of what Portugal does comes, and Figo still. Figo stopped again by Kelly. Ireland playing from right to left in the second half. McAteer, he's lost his concentration, it seems, since the first half. Maybe he did overrun himself and is now feeling the fatigue. Lee Costa. Looking for Conceição against Hart. He's found the gap and he's found the net. Sergio Conceição puts Portugal in front. 11 minutes into the second half. Hart offered him the long option, and he found a shot that had the pace to beat Alan Kelly. Holland. For a shot. Oh, he's got it! He has got it! Matt Holland has scored his first goal for Ireland, and Ireland are right back in this match in sensational style. That's a sensational strike. 74th minute, right out of nowhere. The confidence to try it on and shatter Portugal, and it's 1-1. Fabulous finish. Ireland right back in the contest. Brilliant goal. One striker down. A heavily populated midfield, but one of Mick McCarthy's substitutions gets the goal. But Portugal try again. Figo just too high. The final whistle sounds, and that has to be one of the greatest Irish results. Coming from behind to secure the draw, it is a phenomenal achievement by Mick McCarthy's side. Ireland get the point, and that's 2 out of 2 away trips against the top 2 teams in the group.
During the 1924 Olympic Games in Paris, Ireland played their first match against Estonia in an amateur friendly. Now, in Dublin, the Estonians, arriving for their first full international between the two countries, found Ireland riding the crest of a well-deserved wave.
Well, this is the measured football that Ireland have shown they can play in their 2 away matches. And Breen stepping forward with intelligence. Now Kinsella, Keane, and Keane with a shot. That's a fine save by Poole. That was the best Ireland have played so far. There's the cross, and Poole has lost it again. Robbie Keane goes in, and finally cleared by Ray. It's Kinsella. This is Terehop. Zielinski, well saved. Ream now. Kelly did what he had to do when the defence got itself exposed. Kilban. Carr again offering the option. Roy Keane. Kinsella. Kilban. Not much width on the left. Ian Hart was the widest player. Forward towards Quinn. And Quinn has held it up for Kinsella. And Kinsella! Mark Kinsella scores the goal he said was due to come. His very first for Ireland. And how well he deserves it. Brilliant. Hart. Nice cross. Off the head of Kilban. Roy Keane going in. Still alive, McAteer. Quinn! Oh, that was a great chance for the record. All it needed was a forward into the far corner. Dunn going the direct route towards Niall Quinn. Nicely on for Robbie Keane. Support from Kilban. Here's Kilban. He's forced the corner. Started by that nice ball forward by Richard Dunn, and he's gone up to lend his weight at the corner. Ian Hart to take. Not a particularly good one. Quinn with a flick on, read in, Dunn! Oh! Richard Dunn gets it in off Mark Croom. Well, he hit one or something the first half, and it came back off Roy Keane. This time he thundered it with such power that Mark Croom could do nothing but deflect it into his own net, and Ireland have gone 2 up. Well, his first goal at Lansdowne Road. He scored against Mexico in the summer tournament in the United States, and now he's scored here. First competitive goal, and this is Kilban. And it's still Kilban. And Quinn! Roy Keane could smile. That was on a plate for him as well, and he just couldn't get it down. Ireland complete the victory over Estonia by 2-0. A goal in each half. Mark Kinsella's first international goal. Richard Dunn's first at Lansdowne Road. It's been a great autumn. The 3 points that had to be got against Estonia, well, they've been got.
When Ireland went to Cyprus in March 2001 for the 3rd away tie, they were the clear-cut favourites. The climate suited them, and they had beaten Cyprus in their 4 previous outings. On top of that, Roy Keane was winning his 50th cap and aiming to celebrate with a couple of goals.
And so begins Mick McCarthy's 48th game in charge of the Republic of Ireland at Cyprus, playing from right to left in the first half, and already Constantinou is away. Theodotou out on the far side. There goes the cross, and given out to collect it under pressure from Okas, who was coming in. McAteer. Kinsella. And here's Kelly. 3 in the centre if he can pull it back across. Keane! 1-0 to the Republic of Ireland. They've got the goal they deserved. Kinsella. Now Robbie Keane, surely a chance here for Kevin Kilban. Has he been tripped? Yes, penalty. Referee pointed straight away, and Theodotou has given the Republic of Ireland a glorious chance to make it 2-0, 3 minutes from half-time. The responsibility falls to Ian Hart, looking for his 4th international goal. Aniodou in goal for Cyprus. Hart scores, brilliant penalty. 2-0 to the Republic of Ireland, and we're on our way towards those 3 points. Two goals in 10 minutes have change the situation here in Nicosia. Theododu. Spoljaric has Okasan. Constantino inside. Oh! Kelly has cleared it and Given has it. Well, that was very, very close to being a goal for Cyprus. Theododu. Theododu gets past Kilban. This is dangerous. Constantino again. It's Gary Kelly who clears it off the line. What about that? Well, we're deep in stoppage time here in Nicosia. Cyprus 0, the Republic of Ireland 2. And there goes the whistle for half-time. Roy Keane looking frustrated, but it's a good situation so far for the Republic of Ireland. Keane's goal on his 50th appearance, giving Ireland the lead just over the half hour. And then Ian Hart with a penalty, setting things up very nicely for a second half. Ian Hart. Kelly. Opens up for Gary Kelly. Is he going to have a go? It took a deflection. Oh, it's 3-0. And that is 3 points for the Republic of Ireland. What a slice of luck. A great goal for Gary Kelly. Only his second. 3-0. Good night, Nicosia. Kinsella. Keane going again. Just lost sight of it and gets it back from Christodoulou. Here's another chance. Oh, super goal from Roy Keane. He is absolutely amazing. They've got their fourth goal, and that is that. Kelly. Plenty of options in the area. Doherty, one of them. Goes to ground. Theododu for Cyprus. And there is the whistle for full time. 3 more World Cup points for the Republic of Ireland. A few hairy moments along the way, but it's mission accomplished here in Cyprus. Roll on Andorra on Wednesday. Cyprus 0, the Republic of Ireland 4, the full-time score here.
The Irish fans next headed to Spain's most exciting city, Barcelona, for Ireland's 4th tie, confident that Ireland would win this first full encounter with the Principality of Andorra. Landlocked Andorra, with a population of roughly 67,000 people, sits between France and Spain, and its team are part-time professionals. The game was played in the Mini Estadi.
90 minutes to come against Andorra in the Mini Stadium in Barcelona, just across the rooftops from the famous Nou Camp. Beautiful day it's been in Barcelona, despite the fact that there was a half-hour shower earlier on, and the shadows will tell you that the sun is still beaming down brightly as it sets behind us to the west of Catalonia. Cunningham, flag stayed down. Robbie Keane again. Kilban in support. Facing him is Paul, but he's got room to cross. Oh, that was Matt Holland, and that wasn't very far away. Tony Lima. Kilban winning it back. Doherty on for Robbie Keane, and Roy Keane's there too. And Roy Keane's brought down by the goalkeeper. It's a penalty. Second match in a row. The spot kick for Ireland. So Ian Hart for the second match in a row. This time to put Ireland in front for the first time. No chance for the goalkeeper. 2 out of 2 for Harty. 33rd minute. Andorra 0, Ireland 1. Keane. Doherty. Keane, and on for Robbie Keane, flags down. Oh my goodness me. The only goal of this first half has come from the penalty spot. And Ian Hart doing the needful in the 33rd minute. Half-time in the Mini Estadi in Barcelona. Andorra will be the happier, I should think, It's Andorra 0, Ireland 1. Second half then underway through the Andorran centre forward, Julie Sanchez. Gary Kelly towards Doherty. Roy Keane called. And then towards Robbie Keane, another fine save, but it's there this time. And it's Kevin Kilban who scored. Well, now they can celebrate a little bit. It was Roy Keane who created it. Robbie Keane's header produced the fine save, but he did spill it, and Kilban was there to pick up the piece that mattered. They've had a good trip, haven't they? I suppose another thing too is it's one way to get yourself noticed. Robbie Keane in to win it back, much like his namesake, Damien Duff. Gary Doherty, nice turn. Duff still there. And Holland! That had to come. Matty Holland finding himself in the right place at the right time, and he exacted retribution. And that completes a very satisfactory trip for Mick McCarthy's team. After the 4-0 in Cyprus on Saturday, it's 3-0 in Barcelona against Andorra.
We know it was going to be very hard. By the time we broke them down, got the first goal, I didn't think that we were going to get any more than one, but then when we did, the game just opened up then and we enjoyed it then. We never really looked like in any trouble, but we kept the ball well and done a good professional job in the 2 games.
Andorra came to Lansdowne Road a month later for the return tie. Mick McCarthy was celebrating his 50th game in charge.
Andorra here for the first time. Ireland sitting proudly on top for World Cup qualifying Group 2. But the whistle sounds and the game is on, and Ireland play left to right, attacking the Lansdowne Road end. Now the first touch there for Mark Kennedy. It's Gary Kelly and Matty Holland in the centre circle. It's Breen towards Doherty. This time he's got away from his man. Gary Doherty trying to shoot, and keeper's lost it. Kennedy there. Back towards Doherty again. The assistant referee spots a foul by Ian Hart. Tony Lima makes the run to the near post. Off the scored! Unbelievably! Hilda puts Lima. Andorra take the lead. And they can scarcely believe it. And now it's up to Ireland to find a way through. The first competitive goal conceded by Ireland at Lansdowne Road since November '99. There's Luena. Doherty to touchdown. Here's Kilban. There's the equaliser. Didn't take long. 2 minutes. Kevin Kilban restores some sanity to the occasion. Gary Doherty instrumental in setting it up. Nobody picked up Kilban, and he wasn't going to miss from there. Fine delivery, and the first good clean header that Gary Doherty's won. Perfectly delivered for Kilban to claim his 3rd international goal. Kelly on for Kennedy. He's got past Luena. Kennedy's cross. Doherty trying to get there. Doherty off the crossbar. Kinsella 2-0, 2-1 rather. Should have been 2-0, but it is 2-1. And it didn't can't take too long. 3 goals in 5 minutes. The first, the shot. And then Mark Kinsella restoring some order to the proceedings and giving Ireland the lead for the first time. Free kick taken by Hart. Here's Kinsella in some room. Kinsella's shot, and well saved. Kinsella running over. Hart delivering. Very close to the keeper again, but a chance here. Gary Green. He'll never have as much time to score a goal ever again in his career. Emphatic finish. Goalkeeper left his line to knock it away. Didn't succeed in doing that, and Breen had all the time in the world to pick his spot and side-foot it home. The match has ended satisfactorily for Ireland. Not the goal fest we might have wished for, but nonetheless a victory that keeps Ireland at the top of World Cup qualifying Group 2, with Holland and Portugal in hot pursuit.
There was an air of excitement and apprehension when Portugal came to Lansdowne Road in June for the return leg. No one was under any illusion that anything less than a draw would do us against Figo and company. On his second day in office, new FAI boss Brendan Menton was in upbeat mood.
We're confident now that with 4 games to go, we will qualify for the World Cup finals next summer in Korea and Japan. We hope to do that by the direct route with a victory of Portugal today, but you know, we're still confident we'll get there and bring back the glory days of 1990 and 1994.
The game is on. Ireland play right to left, attacking the Havelock square end. And Ian Hart is on the ball. Now, what about this wind? Well, it's swirling around, and it seems to be into the faces of the Irish in the first half. It's a northerly wind blowing in over Lansdowne Road. Played towards Figo. Hart going up with him. Figo coming away with the ball. Kilban going in. No foul free kick there. Figo, an attempt at the 1-2. It's still Luis Figo. That wasn't very far away at all. Oh, that was a close call. And Paoletta wasn't too clever there. And it's now Mark Kinsella. Well defended by Rui George. Litosh away. And Richard Dunn, oh, completely caught. It's now Paoletta, Staunton back. Pauletta's still there. Ireland regroup. It's come to Costa. Oh, the post saves Ireland. Costa again, and Gibbon there to save. Well, the Irish goal now leading a charmed life. Gibbon beaten all ends up. Richard Dunn was awful. And now Staunton's given it away to Figo. And Barbosa's in. And Roy Keane, of all people, of course, is there to sort it out and berate his teammates and say, get it out of there. And once again, so much depends upon Roy Keane. It's come out to Petit. This time it's Stephen Carr to clear it. Paoletta. A wonderful save. What a wonderful save by Shea Gibbon. Great strike by Paoletta. Figo whipping it in once more. Kilban there defending again. Rui Costa losing out to Kinsella. And now it's Robbie Keane and Roy Keane breaking the break into the space. Tracked back by Petit. They've got to keep the possession, get the pressure off. The throw comes in from Stephen Carr. Quinn. Kinsella! Oh, what a wonderful save by Ricardo! That was brilliant goalkeeping. Equally good play by Mark Kinsella to seize the opportunity. That's the first real threat that Ireland have created by Mark Kinsella. Wonderful save. Kinsella holding off Petit and almost finding Gary Kelly, and George Costa sucked out of the middle to deal with it. Options were running out for him fast. Rui George unable to get the better of Stephen Carr, and the ball came off Rui George, and it's a throw to Ireland, taken quickly. Here's Keane. Roy Keane! It was coming, and it's finally arrived. And Roy Keane, who's been delivering the performance of a man of the match, arrives in just the right place to deliver the lead goal for Ireland. 20 minutes into the second half, from the quickly taken throw-in, it deflected all right. But it counts nonetheless. He had the right idea, in he went, and I think it came off Litosh, but it matters not a whit. It's Keane's goal, and Ireland are 1 up. Keane again. George Costa. Oh, Figo's made some space. Kinsler to try and challenge. He's past Staunton. João Pinto and Ian Hart in the way. Fresho's cross. Figo's in there! Luis Figo. 5th goal in 5 matches. Portugal are level. João Pinto, one of the substitutes, set it up. Fresho, then with the cross, and Figo with a head. Boa Morte giving it back. And the final whistle sounds. And Ireland have got out of jail. Luis Figo with the headed equaliser late in the day after Roy Keane had put Mick McCarthy's team in front. Keane's goal coming after 65 minutes and the equaliser coming after 78.
Steve Staunton set a new record of 89 caps when Ireland went to Tallinn for the return tie with Estonia.
The sun is shining on the Lilikula Stadium. An Irish team led out by Stephen Staunton. How he must have been filled with ambition all those years ago, 13 years ago, when he first played for Ireland in the friendly against Tunisia. This is Kemp. Duff took up a great position, and Duff with the early cross. And that's gone for the corner. Well played. Staunton's going to use the left foot to swing this one over. Richard Dunn's gone up there. Staunton's corner. Quinn with a little header towards the back. It's come out. And Dunn's there, and it's stopped at the line, but has made the net. Richard Dunn repeats the process. He's now scored after 8 minutes his 2nd goal against Estonia, and Ireland's first of the afternoon. And given the progress of the game in the opening 8 minutes, it's hardly surprising that Ireland should have gone in front. Short for Duff. Duff trying to go all the way himself. Fine save from the keeper, and again at the 2nd attempt, and the ball hasn't got out of play yet. And Harvey Stu eventually clears it. Lovely little jinky run from Duff. On for Kelly in the corner. Kelly's cross towards Quinn at the back. Quinn's got the knock back to Kilban. He can afford a smile. Kevin Kilban. Now a run from Marco Cristal. Harvey Stu. A dangerous cross that was, and adequately dealt with by Richard Dunn at the expense of Estonia's first corner. Given having to try and claw it away from underneath the crossbar. Carr. Now for Hart. Chance to thump one. Here's Hart. Didn't get hold of it properly, but then Holland. 2-0. Matty Holland's done it. Ian Hart's mishit shot came right back out to Holland, and he did the necessary. A typical Matty Holland strike coming out of the 2nd row of the attack, low into the corner. Brilliant finish, no chance for the goalkeeper. Superb by Holland, and 2-0 to Ireland. It's 3 points in the bag, and now it really does crystallise things in World Cup Group 2. Portugal have got to keep winning. Ireland need one more victory and a draw against Holland to be certain of progressing at least into the playoffs, and Ireland stay on top of the group.
Holland and Dublin were next. Everybody knew that this was the showdown, all or nothing. Having lost to Portugal, the Dutch needed to beat Ireland to stay in the competition. Band Edgar Davids was missing, but otherwise the Dutch were at full strength. The heat was on at Lansdowne Road.
The first whistle, here we go. Holland playing left to right. Gary Kelly sliding in there firmly. That's Newman. And Roy Keane with the first big tackle. Yes, in among them. Cuckoo goes down. Cuckoo hoofing it away. It's Gary Kelly under pressure here from Overmars. And it's Kluivert who's arrived. There's danger here. Kluivert. Oh, he's missed it. Well, first slice of luck for Mick McCarthy's team. Heart in mouth time. Newman back in the Dutch squad for the first time in a year with that throw. Kilban back defending. It's Van Nistelrooy though. Van Nistelrooy for Kluivert. Couldn't quite reach him. A chance here for Van Bommel. And Gibbon had to get down to save. Now the signs are there that this is going to be an afternoon full of tension. Robbie Keane. McAteer towards Roy Keane. Minded by Melchior. Shot Robbie Keane. And Van der Sar did what he had to do. That's Newman. And that's a foul by Kelly on Cuckoo. And a yellow card for Gary Kelly for that foul on Cuckoo. There's the free kick. Stam stretched. And how did they all miss that? Roy can't believe it. Overmars tripped by Gary Kelly. Terrible for this team. He's had a bad game and he's now put Ireland under terrible pressure. Keane. And Dunn. Oh, he's getting in trouble here. Finnan put under such pressure. Possession lost. That shouldn't be any trouble though to the defence. Oh no! And that's going to be a penalty, is it? No, it's not. That's unbelievable. Well, it's a matter of interpretation, but the only thing that matters is Helmut Krug kept his whistle firmly in his hand. Duff having to retrieve it. Back for Hart. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, he had the confidence to do it, but 30,000 hearts were in mouths at that point. Now Roy Keane, you can always depend on him. Duff in close attendance. Keane is fouled. Duff helping it on towards Finnan. Finnan facing Cuckoo. And a little cross in there, and it's come through here. McAteer! Amsterdam revisited. There has been agony this afternoon. Now there is ecstasy. Jason McAteer, Mick McCarthy's big gamble, gets the goal. Ireland hit the front. Holland had to score twice. How long will he be in his job after this, we wonder? Kluivert with the backward header on. Staunton getting it to Dunn. Trying to force it clear. Back it's come from Van Bronckhorst. It's Roy Keane playing the captain's part, who's got it further away. But now it's Van Bommel. His cross too high for Van Nistelrooy. The header away by Dunn, but only as far as Cuckoo. Cuckoo to try and shoot. Here's Van Nistelrooy. Gibbons out of his goal. Van Nistelrooy's denied. And side net. Side net from Kluivert. Oh well, two big misses from him today. That's Cuckoo. And Hoydunk back for Hasselbank again. And now Stam. Centre half's first touch. That was helped on towards Kluivert. And he's missed again. Well, they're glum oranges, aren't they? The 3 minutes are up. It has to be over. And Holland have to be as good as out. And Ireland have to be as good as there. It's Cuckoo. We're in the 4th minute of added time. And he said there'd only be 3. Van Bommel. Hoffler. Everybody back, all 10 men. Holland's last hurrah, Van Bronckhorst. Richardson away, the final whistle sounds at Lansdowne Road. It has to be one of the most courageous, the most brave, the most committed, and ultimately the most effective of Irish performances that we've ever seen. And Mick McCarthy has taken his team, surely, all the way to Korea, and Holland are as good as out. The mathematics may suggest it, that Holland can still go there and that Ireland won't. But after that today, against one of the top teams in the world, who's going to say that Cyprus are going to come here and spoil the party? Louis van Gaal knows it, Mick McCarthy knows it. This was the cup final, and Jason McAteer has won it for the 10 men of Ireland.
Going into their last game against Cyprus at Lansdowne Road, Ireland knew that unless they got a bucket full of goals, Portugal would automatically qualify and Ireland would fill the playoff slot in Group 2. Niall Quinn was looking to celebrate his 35th birthday on the night with a record-breaking 21st Irish goal.
Ireland start off meaning business. Roy Keane for David Connolly. And Keane quickly back into it to win it back once more. It's Hart and Keane again. And spread wide for Stevie Finnan. Now Kennedy, and brought down by the challenge of Kotsonis. Keane, and back with Steve Staunton. A remarkable record for Staunton. This is 92nd international. That was in fact a foul of Niall Quinn, as Daskalakis came in to head it clear. So Konafis, the marker, tried to deal with Quinn unfairly. And now England have their David Beckham, Ireland have their Ian Hart. Well, what have Ireland in mind? And Staunton, being a left-footed kicker, is not really shaving to take it. It's going to be Hart. There you are. 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and the celebrations start here. Fabulous free kick. David Beckham saved England earlier on this afternoon. Ian Hart has set Ireland on their way. It's Keane who's gone forward. Hart in the way. Keane's the man on the wing now. He's been seeing a lot of the ball in this early stage. On for Kilban. Kilban towards Quinn. Here he goes! There's the record! A wonderful moment for a great servant of Irish football. Nobody has scored more goals in the green than Niall Quinn. And Frank Stapleton can smile and congratulate his one-time teammate. What a goal it was, a classic centre-forwards goal, a perfect cross, and Quinn with a diving header, a great way to get it. Carsley has to wait his moment. It's forward for Quinn, a delightful layoff for Kilban. And on it goes to Connolly! Ah, yes! Ah, that worked out well. And puts a better reflection on it. David Connolly scores his 8th goal for Ireland. Awkward little turn he had to execute at the finish, but it was a delightful goal. Kilban picking out Connolly, who got his feet sorted well, and in the process wrong-footed the goalkeeper and has made it 3-0 in the 63rd minute. Well, appears like the end of the affair over there, and here's Keane, and there's 4. I think you can speak in similar terms about this. Roy Keane's wanted that all night, and it's finally come right in the midpoint of the second half. A fabulous finish. They lost him completely, and Roy Keane drilled home the 4th. And the time has elapsed. It's all over, and Ireland are in the playoffs. A very satisfactory campaign. Mick McCarthy, for the first time, leads an Irish team through a World Cup campaign unbeaten. And they end with 24 points, the highest in a European qualifying group that hasn't earned automatic qualification.
It was comfortable in the end. Ireland were through to the playoffs, but the euphoria was tempered with the knowledge that the job was not yet completely done. It seemed almost cruel that Ireland had come through the group unbeaten and still had 2 playoff matches to go. Iran emerged from the Asian section as Ireland's playoff opponents, with the first leg to be played in Dublin. The Iranian fans were lively, noisy, good-humoured and optimistic. The Iranian players arrived at Lansdowne Road carrying a reputation as a team that would be no pushover. And hot on their heels came Mick McCarthy, striding with the purposeful air of a man with a mission.
If I was Mick McCarthy, hope to get 2 or 3 goal lead. Take it over there, don't concede none. And absolutely go for it over there. You can rest Keno then and play Kinsella and Holland.
Doesn't matter who wins or loses. Doesn't matter. It's the solidarity that counts. But Iran's going to win anyway.
If I was Mick McCarthy, get stuck into them, bit of the old Charlton, play the long ball, let's get a 3-0 result, take it to Iran. Let's go, let's do it.
Looking forward to it. We've got ourselves into that position where, an unbelievable position, I guess, when we started the group with Holland and Portugal in the group. And so I'm looking forward to it. It's another one. It's the biggest game in recent history of Irish football. They keep coming along, don't they? Great game to be involved in.
Mick McCarthy bringing them to the brink of the World Cup. This is his 56th match in charge of the team. A team that has a remarkable unbeaten record behind it. Let's hope it continues this evening. Ireland kick off the ball with Kevin Kilbane. Forward early towards Keane. It's cleared away there by Madavikia. And that was Stephen Staunton. And now Niall Quinn down for McAteer, trying to force a way through. McAteer still bustling on, appeals for handball. Iran under fearsome pressure early on, and eventually the whistle sounds for a free kick against Ian Hart. McAteer goes on a run. Keane goes for the straightforward ball to Robbie Keane. Kilbane on the flank. Quinn through the middle. McAteer far side. Kilbane's cross comes out to Holland. Closed him down rather well. So it's back with Finnan and on for McAteer. McAteer swinging one in. Niall Quinn the target. Quinn down for Robbie Keane. For Quinn once again. It's come to Holland. Holland on for McAteer. Got the lucky break there. And McAteer's foul, penalty. Clear cut. He got the little lucky break. And in desperation, the defender Rezai pulled him down. And Ireland have a penalty in the 44th minute, won by Jason McAteer. And Ian Hart steps forward to attempt to put Ireland in front, give them a lead that they fully deserve. Nervous moments for Mick McCarthy. Ian Hart, no mistake, and the rockets go off over Lansdowne Road. And that smile tells it all, doesn't it? Iran defending stoutly again. It's now Hart. Robbie Keane. Didn't have to rise from the ground to head it. It's McAteer. Measured. Breaks to Robbie Keane. Yes, indeed. And the trademark cartwheel salutes. Such a significant goal. 5 minutes into the second half. And Robbie Keane makes it 2. Ali Dai. Oh, Karimi's through. No flag. Karimi against Gibbon. Well done, Shay Gibbon. That was a terrific intervention by the Newcastle goalkeeper. Maybe Karimi knocked it marginally too far in front of him, but Gibbon was swift, Gibbon was brave. That was great goalkeeping. Karimi, Breen goes with him this time. Karimi, round Breen, Karimi still. Another magnificent save by Shay Gibbon. Oh, terrific. Wonderful stuff. They should have had 2. Gibbon has prevented it. Breen was exposed here. Wonderful play by Karimi, great instant acceleration, and how he stretched Shea Given to keep that out. That was wonderful, wonderful goalkeeping. And the whistle sounds, and Ireland have completed the first part of the job. The two goal scorers together travel to Tehran for Thursday afternoon and the second part of this torture by playoff.
Very pleased to have come away with a 2-0 victory to start with. The onus was on us to break them down, and they're quite clever and cute, and they try and catch us on the break, and they had a few breaks, but we managed to defend them well. But it'll be a different game.
In Tehran, the sights and sounds of a different culture were an adventure and a welcome distraction for the Irish fans. But exotic bazaars were the furthest thing from the minds of the players, who were in no doubt about the struggle ahead.
We're expecting sort of 110,000 fans to be in the stadium. They'll be making a lot of noise, there's no doubt about that. And so it's going to be a tough match. We saw how good a team they are, Iran. They've got some good players, you know, the likes of Karimi and Ali Daei. They're all very good players, and so you know, it's going to be a tough match, particularly with the intimidating atmosphere.
The Azadi Stadium was indeed a seething cauldron of Iranian fervour as the players lined out before the game. For once, the loyal band of travelling Irish fans, men and women, were having a job making themselves heard above the 100,000 Iranians, whose eerie pre-match chant filled Irish hearts with a sense of foreboding.
Once more into the breach, 90 minutes away from deciding who makes it to Korea and Japan. Back again it goes, Staunton not quite there, a dangerous toe here! And again it's Ali Daei. In fact it was Karimi who had the final touch. Robbie Keane. Slide one through towards Connolly. Side net. Oh. He knows it was a chance. The cross causing problems for Given, well punched away from Ali Daei. The chance here, and straight at the keeper, the rebound is there, and Given brilliant again to scramble it around the post. Wonderful goalkeeping. Two saves, and one of them most unorthodox, but he knew what he was doing precisely. He put it around the post to keep it away from the onrushing forward. We're in the final minute of stoppage time, in the 92nd minute. And there's a goal which will be enjoyed all around Tehran, scored by the defender Gol Mohammadi. As Ireland lost their concentration, they have half a minute to survive. Those who remain send the firecrackers off in salute of a goal. A consolation they've got. 15 seconds remain. There'll be some added for the fact that the goal was scored. But can Iran come back and get another? Staunton will endeavour to ensure that they don't. Anywhere will do, anywhere in the Iranian half. And we now move past the end of the second minute of added time. The final whistle sounds. Ireland are on their way to the Far East.
It was over. The dream had become a reality. No wonder Mick McCarthy and his team were dancing with delight.
Final score in Tehran, 1-0 to Iran, but the result that matters, the aggregate score. Iran 1, Ireland 2, and Ireland on the way to the World Cup.
Over the moon, you know, we played really well. Enough on the night. We're really pleased. We worked ever so hard, and throughout the campaign, I think we deserved this. We've done it for ourselves, but we've also done it for the people back home. We're chuffed to bits.
The boys, they've worked their nuts off for 4-5 years. We've not got what we deserved over the years, but this certainly makes up for it.
I think for Mick as well, he can put the jack arrow behind them now. He's qualified for a World Cup. Brilliant, what a way to do it as well. You know, all the big names gone out of the Irish team, and then young lads breathing through.
Bound for home, it was time to open the champagne at last for the high-flying Irish team.
Well, Lee thought he'd take a trip to World Japan. Yeah. They tore out the whole brass band. He played every instrument they got. Like a lad, sure he beat the whole lot. Well, the old church bells will ring. Hell's bells, the old church choir will sing. Hell's fire, they all turned out to say farewell.
And down below on the ground, the singing had long since started. as the stay awake all night fans sang songs of welcome to their homecoming heroes.